Hello BookTube, it's Eleanor here and it's time for my August favourites. I've got quite a few bits here to show you this month and a few random things, so let's get started. The first thing you will probably already know if you've watched my August wrap up, but my favourite book that I read in August was The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. Full disclosure, I received this from the publisher for an honest review, and I've got no problems saying honestly this was a 5-star read. It's the best book I've probably read this year. It's certainly tying with the Fortune's Pawn Paradox trilogy, and I'm absolutely loving it. Again, it's very similar to the Paradox trilogy in terms of that it's sci-fi, it's like a space opera, it's set on a ship, it's got some really interesting species and characters, and it's just a brilliant book. And I was really lucky because I read it at a similar time to Caitlin at Kitty G, and I know she loved it just as much, so it was great to be able to gush and chat to her about it. I absolutely adored this, and I definitely recommend that if that's your sort of thing, if you've read Fortune's Pawn and you know what I'm talking about in terms of enjoyment for that, then you give this one a go. It is a brilliant read and I don't think you'll regret it. Next, as I did last month, I want to talk to you about my favourite children's book. This is the book that myself and my daughter have been reading the most in the month of August. This is a very interesting book, and I'm not 100% sure what life lessons she is learning from it, but it is Osborne's Noisy Bottoms. This is a book which also has sounds. So it's about Daddy Bear and Baby Bear walking through the woods. Let me just play one of the sounds for you so you can get a gist of the noises in this. Would you like to hear a mouse doing a fart? How about a rabbit? A fox? Oh, and here's Baby Bear. This certainly appeals to both myself and my daughter's sense of humour. It's a really lovely story. I think it's pushing the message that it's better out than in, but yeah, it's just a really fun read and we've both been enjoying this month. The graphic novel that I want to recommend this month is one that I borrowed from the library, so I haven't actually got a physical copy here to show you, but it is Lazarus. I read both volume 1 and volume 2 in the month of August and gave them both 5 stars. I absolutely adored the story so far. It's set in a dystopian world where the world is split into sections, and each section is controlled by a family, which is almost seems sort of mafia-like, and each of the families has one member of the family that is genetically modified and enhanced in order to be sort of their assassin, their protector, and that person is called the Lazarus. And the Lazarus for the Carlisle family is Forever, or Eve as they call her, and she has been brought up and sort of modified to be their protector and to be the one that sort of hands out justice and makes sure that they're all safe. There's family fighting and politics and a look at sort of social class and poverty-stricken people, and it's just a really good story and I'm really enjoying it, so I can't wait to read volume 3. I know it's out, but I'm trying to hold off on buying graphic novels because of they're expensive, and this time of year is very expensive for me because it's my birthday, it's my daughter's birthday, it's my dad's birthday, it's my brother's birthday, it's my husband's mum's 60th birthday, it's Christmas, and we've got a couple of holidays coming up, and so I have to sort of restrain myself specifically on the graphic novels. So anyway, a long story short, I'm waiting for volume 3 to come out at the library, so I will definitely be picking that up, and I definitely recommend it if that sounds up your street. Next, I want to talk about two of my favourite films. In fact, three of my favourite films this month. I had a really good sort of film watching month. I watched quite a few films with my husband. We've been trying to have one night a week where we just turn everything else off and just sit and watch a film together, which has been lovely. And in fact, I've watched 4 films this month that have all been brilliant. I keep thinking of more. So very briefly, my favourite sort of teen film that I've watched has definitely been The Duff. I really loved it. It's very different from the book, I felt, and they changed quite a bit, which I think did it a bit of a disservice, and I think had they kept to the book I would have liked it even more, but I did really enjoy the story and it was really good fun to watch. I went to see Jurassic World with my husband at our local cinema, which is a 1920s cinema, so it's got big seats and sofas you can hire. It's got an alcohol bar, or tea and coffee as well, not just alcohol, but you can buy alcohol there, and they also do snacks and sort of cheese boards and things. It's all very nice and all done by candlelight, and it's all very pretty. And we went to see Jurassic World, which I really loved. I loved Jurassic Park 1. I wasn't, 2 and 3 were a bit, let's face it, but Jurassic World I loved. It was fun, it was action packed, it was just really, really good. Both myself and my husband were shocked at how much we enjoyed it, and I definitely recommend that if you haven't seen it yet and like me you grew up with the Jurassic Park films. Thirdly, just last night I watched The Equalizer with Denzel Washington. This I think is a film that's based on an old TV series. It's brilliant. Denzel Washington plays a guy that's obviously got some sort of mysterious past. We don't know whether he's been sort of army, CIA or what, and he is trying to obviously live a normal life. He's working in like a hardware store called Home Mart, and he's just living a quiet life. Every night he can't sleep, he goes to a cafe, he's reading a book, and he's chatting to a young girl there who's played by Chloe Moretz, and it appears that she's a prostitute and she's involved in some sort of prostitution where she's kept hostage by sort of Russian mafia in order to be a prostitute. Something happens and all hell breaks loose, and Denzel Washington just kicks ass, and that's my type of film, and I really, really loved it. And then the final film that I really enjoyed this month, I'm sorry, this is all going to be about films, was Rock of Ages. It came up on I've got Amazon Instant because I have Amazon Prime, and it was a free, Amazon Instant film to watch, and I watched it and it's brilliant. It's really great, way better than I thought it was going to be. It's got loads of big stars in it. It's got Russell Brand, it's got Catherine Zeta-Jones, to name just a few. Oh, Tom Cruise, of course, is the lead, rocker. It's a musical. It's got great music from I think maybe the 80s or 90s, and I just loved it. I loved it, and it was a really good film to watch. So yeah, 4 great films I saw this month. Right, now on to food. This is going to be possibly a controversial one for people. I don't know how people feel about this, but just bear in mind this is my life and this is what I want to do. So yeah, try not to judge me too much. But throughout my whole life I've struggled with my weight. I've been up and down and bigger and smaller my whole life, and I struggle very much with binge eating. Oh, I feel like this is therapy telling you this, but I held my hands up. I'm a binge eater, so and very much I used to be a secret eater, so I would do this binging in private, so it wouldn't look like I ate very much, but in secret I would binge eat quite a lot. Not to the extent that I'd make myself ill or anything, but I would just overeat. And I'm rubbish at portion control. I mean, my plate is huge and stacked as high as my husband's, and he's a lot bigger and he's a boy. Damn you boys and your fast metabolisms. And so I've just put on weight over the years and lost it and put it on. Before my daughter was born, I went on a program called Lighter Life, and this is where you come off of food and you go onto food packs and shakes, and you have 4 a day. and it helps you to lose the weight. While you're doing that, you also once a week go to a group counselling session where you talk about the different triggers and the different ways that people eat, and you learn to deal with your eating. I lost about 4 or 5 stone on that a year before my daughter was conceived, and then through going to the gym and eating healthily afterwards, I kept my weight off and I maintained it. Unfortunately, during pregnancy I put on a lot of weight and I struggled to get it off when Matilda was born, and it's not been until recently, sort of 2.5 years later, that I've really felt, right, I don't feel comfortable in my clothes anymore. I'm getting bigger all the time. The weight's not staying the same. I'm about 3 stone overweight, and Matilda is more active. She's a toddler. She wants to do a lot of stuff, and I just sometimes feel like I can't keep up with her, and I don't want to be the mum that can't go on a bike with her daughter and can't run round and play with her. And so I joined Lighter Life again, and second time round I'm doing it on my own. I'm not going to the sessions. I don't feel like I need to go to those anymore, and affordability wise I can now buy these. They sell them in one of my local shops. So I'm just going to quickly show what I eat in a day. I've been doing it for the whole month of August. So I've been doing it for 4 weeks now, and so far I've lost about 1 stone and 3 pounds. So I've got about 2 stone to go. So you generally lose about 1 stone a month. It's not easy. It's very similar to this sort of 5-2 diet, but all the time. So I'm having around 700 calories a day. It is a fast weight loss. And I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, it comes off fast and then it goes back on. What you do with this is that you eventually, when you reach the weight you want to be, you do not go straight back onto food. You keep 1 or 2 packs a day, or you do the packs for a couple of days a week, and then you have some normal food, and you very slowly go back onto normal food and control your portions. So let me show you at the moment what I'm eating in a day. After the first few days I find this quite easy. For breakfast I am having one of their peanut bars. They're delicious and I love peanuts, so I have one of these for breakfast. You can see that they're relatively big and they're quite dense, so that keeps me going till about 10:30, 11. And then I have what looks a little bit like a pot noodle. I don't know if you get them where you live, but you add water and they do noodly ones, and this is a chili con carne one, which is really yummy. Then sort of 2 in the afternoon, I have a meal replacement bar, which can be chocolate or raisins or hazelnut, which is really delicious. And then for dinner at about 5:30, I'm having either like a spaghetti bolognese, a pasta carbonara, or a curry type sachet that you add water to and microwave. Throughout the day I can have tea and coffee as much as I like, which I do have a lot of, and obviously water, but that is it. You can't supplement anything else in there. All of these packs have all the sort of vitamins and things in that you need to keep your body healthy, so you're not taking anything away from your body. And I'm really enjoying being on it and just losing this weight, and it's been great so far. So I'm really excited to just get healthy again. And one of my other favourites ties in very much to this, so let's move on to that one. My favourite booktuber this month is going to be Patty at I Smell Books. I'm sure you're all subscribed to her already, but if you're not, you need to go and check her out. She's brilliant. And I'm going to link to her last month's favourites, where she talked about a product that she does for exercise, which is Sean T's, I think it's his Insanity that she does combined with some other things. And she mentioned that he just brought out a new exercise routine called Size, which is C-I-Z-E, and this is meant to be exercise without the exercise, and it's a dance workout. I love to dance. I'm not great, but I do love it, and I watched this and I watched his adverts for it, and I've been researching it because it's not cheap. For me in the UK it was about £67, so I think that works out to sort of $90 or $80 in the US. And I bought it and I can't wait to get started. I can't say it's my favourite because I've done it and it's brilliant, because I haven't actually done it yet. I'm going to be starting next week. I've got a routine starting when my daughter starts preschool, when I've got more time, and I'm going to try and do it every day. But these are basically different routines to hip hop music. He teaches you the routine and you're exercising and burning calories as you dance, and I just can't wait to get stuck in. So watch this space for some roundups of this, maybe in my favourites next month if it becomes a favourite. 3 more things I want to talk about. First is some beauty items. I love this eyeshadow. I don't know if you can see it there, probably not. It is L'Oreal Paris Colour Riche L'Ombre Pure, and I wear this a lot. It is a 2-tone eyeshadow. You probably can't see it on my... It's very... No, you can't see it. It's very light. I've got it on now, and it just is sort of a pinky, whitey. I just love it. It's quite natural. It goes on nice. It's got sort of an iridescent 2-tone look to it, and I absolutely love it. So I recommend this. And then I showed you my favourite perfume last month, which is Alien by Thierry Mugler. That is very expensive and I can't wear that on a day-to-day basis. I've got to save it for sort of more special occasions. And I was in my local shop this week and I found a perfume that I loved and it was on offer. And that is Jean Lanvin Couture. It's a really pretty bottle, and oh, I absolutely love this, and it's a lot cheaper than my Alien, and it's really great for more of a daily perfume, so I've been loving this month. And my favourite thing TV series wise this month has got to be Gotham. It's brilliant. I've been watching it on iTunes. I had the first series downloaded. Someone recommended it to me, one of my friends, and I thought, right, I'm going to watch it, and it is awesome. It's basically Batman, but when Bruce Wayne is sort of 10, 11, 12. We start the very first episode where he sees his parents being shot, and you're seeing all of the other people that end up growing up to be Poison Ivy and the Riddler and the Joker and Catwoman, and all of those as sort of youngsters as they're growing up, the Penguin, and oh, it's just brilliant. There's some really great actors. James Gordon is played by actor Ben McKenzie, who was in The OC, if you've ever watched The OC, which I loved. You've got Sean Pertwee as Alfred Pennyworth, who's Bruce Wayne's butler, and he is brilliant. You've got Jada Pinkett Smith, who is playing Fish Mooney, who is sort of a gangster type character. And I can't recommend it highly enough. It's just a really great series, and I can't wait to watch series 2. So that's all my favourites for the month of August. What things have you been enjoying? What have you been liking? Let me know in the comments down below. And as I say, don't forget to check out Patty at I Smell Books. I'll link her particular video down below where she talked about the Shaun T Insanity videos and things that she's been loving this month. And I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now, BookTube.